jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son, actions over words, baby boy, is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come back. Sports talking way too much, world come back. Sports talking way too much, world come back.
Bomb Squad!
Yo, shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game. A-Side official. No negotiation needed, period. You already know. WCS the first in the building. Salute. Yes, appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to those who are en route, who support the channel. Of course, I want to revisit, because it never left. I want to revisit a current topic that is very hot and viral at the moment. I want you to hear, some audio of the infamous Ryan Garcia. This has nothing to do with boxing at the end of the day, but I want to give a big shout out to those who supported me from that video, who reached out to me and had their words about the very vulgar nature, racial nature, distasteful nature of being called the N-word, right? And and people, you have to understand, there's people out there that will appreciate you when you do visit that type of tempered topic of discussion without really losing control of it. You know what I'm saying? Only thing I want people to know is that, yeah, you have individuals out here that speak about their word on a regular basis and call their own people that. And it's supposed to be people's in charge of these people, parents, you know what I'm saying? Loved one, friends, or whatever the case, supposed to be in charge of these people. And they don't care to be in charge. Everybody, like I said, is at a point right now where they see a lot that goes on the YTC. They hear people saying the word is black. You know what I'm saying? Not the A, the You hear them always talking about primates. That's the only level of intelligence that they can reciprocate to represent their people. You know what I'm saying? But yet, we're in a situation with Ryan where certain people feel like you shouldn't be comparing other situations. Yeah, absolutely, I should. And for those that reached out to me, and the conversation we had, I thank you for that. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Certain people, told me something that I know. They say you don't use the N-word a lot. You pretty much most of the time speak, and your delivery, you don't have to put the N-word out there. But I have used it. You know what I'm saying? I use the N-word, but I have no reason to use the in conversation with my own people with the on the end of it. You know what I'm saying? Nor has it ever been a time in a level of maturity that I can say, since I learned right from wrong, that I had to ever use the N-word with the on it towards my own people. Now, some of you have to understand that I was born and raised in the South. And it's not up to me to go up here and police everybody on where you was born and what type of racism you experienced. I know I was born in Georgia. I know what I experienced. I know I was in a fight the second week of high school, suspended, because I had a racist white kid say something to me and swung on me. You know what I'm saying? And at that time, you know what I'm saying, I had to defend myself. And also back then, my parents was extremely strict. So a lot of fights that I didn't get into at school, when it did involve racism, I had to think about the whooping that I was going to get when I got home for being suspended. Back then, racism was there. You know what I'm saying? It was prevalent. And not every time somebody said the N-word to you, You going out there knocking heads off and then say, I'm doing it for my people, when you are already at your third elementary, when you at your second high school. You know what I'm saying? You start to think to yourself, okay, I'm trying to do something here. But yet, it's going around and people know what switch to hit and call you out your name, and you're the one being punished. There was principles back then that was using the N word. You know what I'm saying? I had to one time explain to one of my parents, that, hey, he's lying. And sometimes your parents just don't understand. I say, hey, they lying. They call me the N word and they're trying to get me suspended from school on a lie. Y'all have to understand that they are lying. Some of these people are racist. You have to understand that. But getting back to the task at hand, I don't tolerate that. And nor was I trying to minimize what Ryan Garcia did by injecting myself into the equation. But I felt that myself needed to be in the equation because it dealt with pure ignorance. A lot of people believe racism is pure ignorance. Pure ignorance. But yet that ignorance also radiates from our own people. Everybody wants to be an expert now at the word in-er, right? They want to be an expert at examining why Ryan went on a rampage. He didn't just say it for blacks. He said it for Muslims. He said it for a lot of things. It wasn't just for blacks, but for blacks, it's an opportunity of recess to take the time to go out here and talk about Ryan Garcia. And then, I try my best to help cats understand. Like you giving him more shine than he ever could imagine on being suspended. You're making him more popular he ever could imagine. People go viral for good and bad. Ryan did not lose hardly any, in my opinion, followers, social media followers from what he did. Because and the reason why I'm telling you that is because it's a lot of people that's very desensitized to that word. They're going to continue to be desensitized because they feel if the blacks use it with the A, then you're getting mad at Ryan Garcia as if he has the power. Ryan Garcia don't have the power. You know what I'm saying? Look, they sitting up here mad at showbiz, right? I don't know showbiz too much, but I understood where he was coming from. I did. Blacks always try to seek out other blacks that's not on the wagon. Some of us blacks think for ourselves, and all we have to do is jump on the horse. We don't have to ride the wagon with a lot of people on it. We just jump on the horse and we can go from where from point A to B. But I understood where he was coming from. They are not like us. He is not like us. Showbiz is pretty much saying just because he used the word, you're trying to provide him with such ease of access to encapsulate everybody. So all of you should be mad off the word, right? You should be extremely upset using all this negative energy. I'm telling you why you don't use all that freaking empowerment to build up the unity with your people. How you gonna get mad at showbiz and what he said? Like we're so quick to find the ones that's cooning and not. He wasn't cooning. This is not about him, but I didn't feel that he was cooning. Now, is he a flip-flopper when it comes in? They ain't got nothing to do with this. But he said he don't characterize himself as an inner. You know what I'm saying? Why can't a black man say that? Like a lot of people will sit up here and consider this word to be very disrespectful, and it is. Especially when a person project that word at you in a negative moment, where they're trying to hurt you, where they're trying to remind you Well, they trying to get you to understand that they see you as being inferior. You know what I'm saying? A subordinate in life. I didn't find any problem with Showbiz said. He just said he don't see himself as a Because one person shouldn't be able to say it, I don't care what position you in, and get so many blacks to be entirely outraged when you don't have that same energy for your own group of people. We can be up here effing each other over all the time, man. But yet, when it comes time to sit down and talk about what? We can't even sit down. We can't even have a conversation about, bringing ourselves together. When you get a black person that's able to speak some type of harmony, right? You know what I'm saying? They might find them with a little bit of intelligence. Never let nobody question that your intelligence should be time released and dictated at a speed for which they approve. Never let them think you should be intelligent whenever they dictate that it's now time for you to do so. And then when you are, and when you have been for the longest time, never let nobody tell you that you are a clown for being able to express yourself in a way that's not informal. You know what I'm saying? Everybody understands what English is. Everybody's understanding on how they speak on a topic of discussion is different. But to always seek out some black in what they said and call them a coon, a Sambo, and all that, I thought the focus was on Ryan. Stay MFing focus on who actually effed up. He effed up. Ryan effed up. Why seek out a black content creator or two or three and say, oh, look at them. They're a Sambo. They're a coon. You're so quick to call somebody a coon. Call Ryan one. He's the one that effed up horribly. He's the one that's up here telling people that he was fucked up. His friends was, rallying him to the cry. His friend was instigating. His friend was pushing him to do it. 25 years old, you still got a lot of maturity left, to learn about. Everybody's situation growing up is different. Ryan's no different. Has WCS not been telling you all for the longest of time that Ryan lying Garcia? Didn't I tell you all that? Didn't I say this test results it's not going to be? I try to explain to you all, it's not going to be what you think. You think you're going to be overjoyed and happy. You're not. It's no more enlightenment that you had prior to the testing than you have now. But yet, it's supposed to be all about reprimanding and singling out and expressing our displeasure for Ryan for saying those distasteful, disrespectful, racist comments. That's what our target's supposed to be. Our target president's supposed to remain center mass on Ryan Garcia and the words that he used, not only towards blacks, but towards Muslims. Look, you know what the effed up part about this is? What's really the effed up part? Because, everybody don't think alike. But I always felt in life, if you sit back and listen to people talk and you don't say anything, sometimes those individuals will single you out because they feel like you wasn't giving them the attention that you were supposed to based off what they felt they were saying of importance, right? But really, in reality, I'm listening. That's all. I'm listening. Did Ryan ever say he hated blacks? Did he say F the blacks? No, answer my question. Did Ryan Garcia say, I hate the blacks? I hate black people. Did he say he hate Muslims? Dislike Muslims? F Muslims? Did he say that? He said F Muslims, right? So what's the difference when it comes to understanding of I don't like Muslims vice F the inners? Which one is inners a religion? Is inners a race of people? Or is inners one of those racial terminologies that through time it has been noted, identified, and used in a way that's disrespectful to the black race? Does it encapsulate all of us? No. And that's why I say about showbiz, he has every right to allow people that, no, you're not going to easily breach my boundaries and encapsulate me in the group of the inners. Just because somebody said it and what I know it to be doesn't mean I'm going to have the same energy of acceptance. You cannot have that much, you can't be that fragmented, right? That your security, your boundaries allow a single person to say inners, right? They use the N word. But yet when it comes to Muslims, very little talk. He said, F Muslims, didn't he? Isn't that what he said? Did he say F black people? So you trying to tell me my people, to include myself, I'm accepting the fact. So if you address me as an inner, the N word with the on the end, it encapsulates my people. You're trying to tell me the most derogatory term that you can address and verbally identify a black person with has more power than Muslim? F the Muslims? Is you trying to tell me this N word can encapsulate an entire black race, but you trying to tell me Muslims or less? Him saying F Muslims is less than the N word? Why y'all don't have an outcry of the Muslims? I tried to explain to you all the tour he was going on and all the people that he was hugging, and they was just, not giving a damn about the Austrian. But see, they give a damn to pay attention now because of what he said. He said the Muslims, when you say Muslims, is not deemed a derogatory term. Muslim is not deemed a racial term. It is not deemed a racial insult when you identify Muslims. But you're trying to tell me that you would be mad if I said, well, he wasn't talking about me because I'm a Muslim. I'm a part of that faith, the Islamic faith. I'm a part of that. So I'm looking at it like, no, he wasn't calling me the N word because I'm over here with the Muslims. I'm practicing Islam. My faith is with Allah. You know what I'm saying? What race did Ryan Garcia encapsulate when he said F the Muslims? Somebody explain that to me. What race? Somebody explain to me, what race can you be when it comes to Islam anyway? What race can you be? What race do you have to be? Because I never thought that it was smart to provide people with the ultimate access to encapsulate an entire race with one word and cause them to absolutely become frantic, reckless, oppressed once again by one single gesture. That doesn't seem like us as black people are very strong, to be honest. For real. Because just think about it. If someone said, hey, we having a meeting, I want all the inners to rally. All the inners. You wouldn't say that about the Muslims. If you wanted the Muslims to come together, they're going to come deep. And believe me, no one like Ryan Garcia is going to be on some BS. Because they are plentiful. and they will come with a purpose. No one can rally the Muslims together with a term that represents blacks and say this encapsulate all the Muslims. So you have to think to yourself, why are we allowing ourselves to be so weak? Isn't that isn't that what they initially put the word out there for? To remind us that we weren't shit? So when that word is used and today it rally us together and take our time out our day to elevate our blood pressure, to place us in a state of depression, to get us angry. There's nothing wrong with being angry when we hear that word. But why do you so easily associate yourself and immerse yourself, drown yourself in the misery of saying, oh, Ryan was talking about me? You know what I'm saying? I understand. Look, I totally understand why blacks can get mad. Don't get it twisted. I totally get it. But you can't rally Muslims. You cannot rally. That is a powerful group of people. You cannot rally them together as if it takes one word to say, oh, that encapsulates us all. You can never do a group of Muslims like that, man, and have them feeling some type of way. But yet blacks hear one word that doesn't even represent us in no positive light. The inners don't represent us in a positive light. You're trying to tell us what we've been experiencing all this time. We're the only race, blacks. Look, we're the only race that people you can affect how people look at you and your perception without even opening your mouth. Just by the shade of your skin. That's a fact. That's a fact. People can identify blacks just from the way we look, but you can't identify a Muslim. You don't know who's a Muslim and who's not. There's no one word to basically rally the Muslims. It's a collective group of people. I don't know who they are. I just know you're not going to say one word that encompasses all Muslims like you say when you use the inner word with blacks. There's no way you're going to convince me that I'm out of line, out of bounds, I'm way off. Because when it comes to sensitive topics like you can't go to no war out of control frantically without understanding what the mission is. How are we going into the battlefield? Because once we get there, there's no turning back. So we can't go in there all mad and upset and blinded, you know what I'm saying, fueled off anger to the point where we're not even following our offensive strategy. You got people just talking loud, yelling, screaming, not trying to be discreet, not trying to be covert. We've been living in this world long enough to understand this. We should be stronger than this. The only time we should get this out of control is when there's really an incident to get us there. You're talking about Ryan Garcia, who isn't anyone of power, but you are acting like he is a man of power, dog. He's a spoiled little brat, 25-year-old millionaire kid who's immature, who's going out here recklessly trotting through life, claiming that he's a Christian and everything like that. And people, they're not getting extremely upset about him disrespecting Christianity. He showed you 1 minute I'm a Christian, the other minute I'm telling somebody to suck my D, right? But then when he say the inner, oh my God, y'all don't look for the inners when you having problems at home, right? The last time I checked, right? Like when you going through things, do you pray to the inners? Do you pray for the inners in the sky? Are they like the watchers, the second or third group of watchers? That's the backup. You know how you have the starting lineup and then you have the ones that's on the bench. Are the inners the one that descend only in a negative light? But to those who pray to them to basically bless and relieve them of the controversy that they're going through. That's what we do. We pray to the inners. Are we believing our Christianity the Most High? Isn't Christianity supposed to be much more of a higher spirit? When did inners have? When did it become overbearing? When did it become the top of the list, the priority that brings blacks together to speak on the same topic? And we're not improving that. All we're doing is subjecting ourselves to exhaust time after time after time on a subject, on a topic, on a racial term that we have known for years upon years upon years. So with that said, instead of building up ourselves and building up our people, strengthening our inner core amongst our own race, it takes a moment like this for us to cry and say, oh, look what Ryan, who the F is Ryan though? Ryan ain't nobody. Ryan ain't nobody. Who is your God? I thought it was all about prayer, right? I saw all y'all talking about, Ryan talking about Christianity, but yet he's cussing and telling people to suck his dick. Isn't it about your higher calling, your higher being, your supreme being, your spirit? Isn't that what you're supposed to pray to and shit? You're supposed to pray. Let me pray in this moment. No, y'all take to the World Wide Web. Y'all take to social media. You know what I'm saying? That's who y'all tell. Y'all go out here to social media and just tell anybody. That anybody is not even considered a God to you. You don't even consider these people a God. You're just talking to anybody and everybody who would listen. You're trying to see all of a sudden you want to hold me accountability. I'm going to tell you F you without any hesitation. Don't come looking to hold me accountable for nothing. Because for one, you're not paying my bills. You're not helping keeping me alive. You're not giving me, positive thoughts of encouragement each and every time I awaken. Me and you're not having devotion. You and I are not that close where I would give my life for you. It's a lot of areas I can go with people who feel like they should insert themselves in your life based off the topic that you should be basically focusing on your own people, but yet somebody disrespected your people and you want all your people to be characterized as an inner. Ryan Garcia's behind the screen and he behind the screen laughing. He said, dang, I got that much power. Didn't he say F the Muslims? Did he say F the blacks though? The blacks are grouped beneath the umbrella for decades. We have to be stronger than this, man. There's no way this could be so easy. It's no way, y'all. It's no way that we should be this fragile, bro. It's no way, man. It's no way we should be this fragile to let a nobody. Ryan Garcia is a freaking nobody. He hasn't even won a world championship in boxing. He's been going off his social media following. You all have proven to him that he is an important person. That's the way I look at it. You all think it's just about content. They say, well, WCSU, my energy level is not like that. My energy level is like, the same comment the showbiz made. You're trying to group me together underneath a maniacal and sinister, disrespectful, derogatory, nefarious term that people use to oppress my people and disrespect them. It's a lot more serious things that went on back then with my people than having a nobody like Ryan Garcia say a racial slur, and all of a sudden in 2024 there's an outcry because he said F George Floyd. I understand there was certain people who seen that go down like I did. I felt for the brother. But if I feel for George Floyd, shouldn't other grown men alike support that type of unity here on social media? Shouldn't we have a lot more cohesiveness and camaraderie and morale here on in life in general? Shouldn't we be that? I'm not saying you shouldn't be mad at what we witnessed with Garcia. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is the George Floyd situation. The George Floyd situation, is that how we validate our significance? You have Steven Jackson telling Ryan Garcia to stick to boxing, all because George Floyd was one of his friends. Steven Jackson's brother, I like you as a brother, right? But I'm telling you, you don't sound too smart to say, well, at the end of the day, you're mad about something they said about a friend of yours. And if you had that much vigor and commitment for your friend, why wasn't your presence enough to keep him off drugs? Explain that to me. I would ask you that to your face, since you're saying Ryan stick to boxing. What, you about to crash out? You about to lose it all because of what Ryan said about George Floyd? That's the person that you want to, send some goons over there and he already been passed away? And then they trace it back to you and you got to go to court and you going away? If the love that you have for him, why wasn't enough to keep him off drugs? I'm just curious. I'm just curious. Logically, it doesn't require too much brainstorming. Why wasn't your presence, if you cared that much for the brother and he was killed, where were you, and why didn't he feel enough respect between you all to stay off drugs, to get off drugs? Nobody couldn't take him to rehab? Let me get to the chat first. Shout out to the hottest chat in MF and game, man. We're going to get to some audio. You know what I'm saying? After I get back from the chat. You feel me? So, shout out to Mike. I see you in the building. Hold on for a second, y'all. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Victor. Shout out to Andrew Charles in the building. Shout out to my guy Christopher White in the building. Salute to you, man. Honor Brown on deck. Shout out to my guy Tough Glove Boxing. Definitely be sure to check out Tough Glove, man. You know what I'm saying? Check him out, man. I don't know why y'all be sleeping on the brother. You know what I'm saying? Check him out. Carlos Rosado on deck. Salute. What's good? Shout out to my brother Bud, gonna stop Canelo in the building. Conquest on deck. What's good with it, Conquest? I see you. Shout out to my guy Big Blunts and Boxing in the building. What's good with it, Blunts? Salute to you, bro. Shout out to Boxing Conversation with Reggie Owens. Definitely check out Reggie, another channel. You know what I'm saying? Another brother that in the light of things, you know what I'm saying? They're probably looking at him as a square, without saying, in a lot of areas he does hold a sense and depth of intelligence. You know what I'm saying? But people gonna like who they like and hate who they hate. You know what I'm saying? Continue to do your thing and definitely check out Boxing Conversation, Reggie Orange, Tough Glove Boxing. You know what I'm saying? Check these cats out, man. I'm going to get to some of these. Shout out to the OG Bruce Gas Boxing Jazz and more. Salute to you, brother. Okay, so I see where Andrew Charles said lots of fake outrage going on from a lot of channels when in reality they couldn't be happier. Ryan said what he said. People are addicted to being angry and miserable. It get views. Someone rebutted that and said, why does it have to be fake outrage? Since when have people ever been okay with that? Ryan has been trolling for a while now, and people have only enabled it. So he's been trolling like he was absolutely focused on blacks. Like I asked you the question again. Did he say he didn't like black people? Is Muslims considered to encompass all blacks, because all blacks aren't Muslims? So did he say that about all black people? And look, I guess it takes a certain thermometer when it comes to understanding where Andrew Charles is coming from. I guess it takes a certain environment. We're not talking about a topic that is room temperature. This is a much higher tempered freaking topic of discussion. Why? Because it depended on what your experience has been in life, on what your perception was. I don't find Andrew to be outside the marker. You know what I'm saying? Not because he's, he comes to the channel all the time, but I understand where he's at. Now, for you to automatically respond and say, why does it have to be fake outrage? That's because you have people with different personalities and understanding. And then you also have certain people with a certain level of ignorance. And you may say, why would they even take the time to be mad and fake it as if they're black too? Because in this social media, you always heard before social media even a thing, they said what? Fake it till you make it. There's people out here, this content creators that's running channels, and they're talking about this topic and they don't even care. They're just speaking about it because they feel it's a topic to draw in traffic, to get listeners to gravitate to them. Hopefully it's people who are absolutely dependent on something that they have no ownership of. Not everybody is smart, man. Just because you're able to function and go to work every day doesn't mean you are considered above average when it comes to intelligence. Intelligence can encompass a multiple facet of things. So I don't find it off topic. Ryan has been trolling for a while. Who cares? Who cares? You think, once again, if you was listening to anything I said, you all are giving Ryan too much power. You're saying just because Ryan's been trolling, everybody's been paying attention to Ryan? Everybody hasn't been focused on him. Who is he? If you have been focusing on what this guy has been doing and paying attention to his ex, his freaking IG, everything, every time he moved, if you've been paying attention, that's you. That's you. But just because, he said that's a lot of fake outrage, it's because there's a lot of people who are speaking about it. And when it comes to this social media platform, people are trying every second of the day to increase their subscribers, to increase the attention, the amount of attention of individuals who pay them any type of traction they can get with attention, any type of energy that they can get. Anyone that can say, okay, let me go over here and check out this channel. They talking about that controversial topic. Let me go over here. Ryan. Yeah, he's gone viral because it's people talking about his words. And it's people been talking about it. And look, he's the talk of the town. Is he broke? Did they freeze his bank account? Did they freeze his bank account? Is he eating pork and beans? sardines? Is he on here saying I'm broke? I can tell you right now, I ain't heard him say that. I want you to pay attention, some of you that understand. I want you to pay attention to what Ryan Garcia places his emphasis on. You know what I'm saying? What concerns him the most? If I encompass it, if I encompassed or I grouped an entire race and said, I don't like them. So my entire effort, if I'm showing any type of empathy or remorse, or I'm feeling genuinely bad about the situation, I'm going to come and speak to them. Now, in Ryan's case, what you're going to hear is that he is placing the culpability on him being inebriated. He's placing his actions on being drunk, participating in drugs, allegedly. I mean, they're up here talking about going to rehab. So, therefore, he's saying the reason for his actions is A, B, and C. Rather than just saying, you know what, I apologize to anyone, those of you who I offended by using the N-word. Also, I'm going to apologize to every Muslim that was offended by my words. Keep it specific, just like you did when you was disrespecting them. Keep it strictly specific to apologizing directly to every one of them. But no, Ryan didn't do that. No. Ryan was up here giving you all reasons as to why he did what he did. You know what I'm saying? Ninjas get locked up left and right, and it's cool. Man, hey, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. But they want to go at other blacks and find the first black that's not joining in together and going with the sheep. You know what I'm saying? Going with the flock of the sheep. And call them a coon and a Sambo. Now what you're doing is saying, oh, I'm giving showbiz the power too. Like you was looking for him to speak for all blacks. He had nothing to do with this except to voice his opinion. And he said, I wasn't going to talk about this, but since y'all aren't, I will. I don't group myself as an inner. I mean, what's wrong with that? What is wrong with that? To say he's separating himself from wearing the inner jacket? We supposed to walk around in life wearing a jacket until somebody pop our collars and say, hey, inner. What? Oh, you've been wearing a jacket. I thought you was one of them. I thought you wanted me to remind you of what the jacket that you have on for this long time, right? Isn't that why you wearing a jacket? Andrew said, I'm referring to the content creators, not their targeted audience. The creators are absolutely thrilled. Ryan said what he said. Numbers are up across the board because people love to be triggered. I have to say that is facts. I have to totally agree with that statement. I do. I have to agree that understanding that he wasn't speaking and directing that towards the audience, but to the content creators who are busy talking about this just like me. It shows that most of these people on the YouTubes are crybabies. It's a lot of crying going on, but if you say they crying, Reggie, then they're going to say, oh man, Reggie, see, that's what we're talking about. He's a square anyway. He's not understanding. And you'll probably talk circles around a lot of these cats when it comes to, separating and breaking down. But we get frowned upon if the articulation is different. You know what I'm saying? If the come along to get along, you don't show your presence or your attendance too much. You know what I'm saying? You're showing too much of being a shepherd. You know what I'm saying? We want you to be a sheep. You know what I'm saying? You asked them to be a shepherd. No, that's too much responsibility. That's too much. Let's listen to this, y'all.
Affected by my words. I didn't mean no disrespect, and I feel. Ask me any question. First and foremost, though, I want to apologize to the Black community. Apologize to the Muslim community. Basically,
He said the black community and the Muslim community, even though there's blacks in the Muslim community. Do you think when he said enters that those Muslims took it as if he was calling all of them the N-word? I'm gonna tell you, absolutely not. But if there was blacks who were Muslims, did they feel offended? Period. In general, yes. As a black man, did we feel offended based off his words, his actions, his lack of concern? Yes, we felt some type of way. Absolutely, we did. But to come out here and put so much fury, to have so much fury, this type of fury don't even go on annually throughout the year when we have designated days set aside and holidays for blacks to remember where we were and where we're currently at.
for the just my language and my vocabulary. I obviously have a big responsibility as a famous athlete.
He said a famous athlete, y'all. And you all are reminding him that he's a famous athlete because you're busy up here getting mad at one another based off how much time and effort that they put into explaining how they feel about this. Oh, I'm so angry. You're allowing a nobody like Ryan Garcia to affect you like that? You allowing a nobody to insert from afar that much power to influence you to feel so disgruntled about something you knew for decades? You have known this for decades, that this word is out there, but you let a nobody, a spoiled brat kid, a millionaire, get you to a point where your day is all messed up. That means you weak.
And I was very under the influence, and obviously, I'm going through a lot, is what I say, but I have no excuse. I'm just saying, like, I'm sorry to all my black friends and families that are hurt, and my Muslim families that are hurt, and everybody that's affected by my words. I didn't mean no disrespect, and I feel really bad. I just, I hit the switch, and it wasn't good, and
What's the switch though? Even when he's apologizing half-heartedly, he's saying when I hit the switch. This is the immaturity and the stupidity that goes on with these younger generation, right? With them understanding what the severity is, because you have so many of these younger generation who are followers. They are straight up followers, man. And for him to have people of color in his circle to encourage him and push, have their hand in his back, you know what I'm saying, to hype him up. Go ahead, go. Look, they're messing up their bag too, because they was encouraging, pushing, hyping them up. And that is this very same person who get them paid. He's paying you for your services, whatever your services are to be in that group and be closely associated with Ryan. He's paying you. So therefore now he is probably being forced to terminate a lot of you all that encouraged him to lose sponsorships and so forth. Stupid, man. Blessed and highly favored, I guess.
some of my homies were hyping me up, telling me like, say that word, bro. You got the pass, woody woo, and kind of just influencing me to like speak on black on black crime and what's going on in the community. And they kind of low. I don't want to say low. I ain't gonna make no excuse. I'm not gonna say they forced it. I ain't gonna say none of that. I'm just saying like they were they were they were pushing it too, and I'm not even trying to cap. Like, I'm not trying to even like be no weird shit. Like, I'm sorry, basically. But everybody knows I'm going through a hard time, and that's no excuse, and that's why I'm going to rehab and getting my shit, handled, and I'm going through a lot, a divorce, things happening to me all the time, matrix attacks all the time, and you guys may not believe it, but it's so fucking annoying that you got no fucking clue. Like, I wake up and I'm already like under some shit, and it's just like, bro, I'm over it, bro. I do stand on saying that though. I don't like pedophiles though. That I'm
This is where his immaturity comes into play because he starts to talk about pedophiles. Last time I checked, pedophile is not considered a racial slur. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Pedophile is a label. Pedophile is a term attached to someone who has violated that type of law that prohibits, and we're not going to get into that. But all I'm saying is it took him just a little bit of the intro, a little bit over 2 minutes before he started talking about I stand on the pedophiles. Nobody's mad at you for disliking pedophiles, Ryan. They mad at you about everything else you said before you got to the pedophile situation. You have always mentioned and you started to let everybody know, you know what I'm saying, in the lead up, the promo and all that about, you've been there and they forced you to look at it and you had it all on your phone and you went to Bohemian Grove. That's what you take up with them people. But the biggest topic of it all, Ryan, right now is that you said what you said about the racial slur that you use, the N word with the R on the end, and also what you said about the Muslims. You know what I'm saying? Both of those areas are absolutely, in its entirety, disrespectful, distasteful. And what you did was disgrace yourself and those who you are representing. Whether it be your mother, father, your friends, family, you know what I'm saying, your immediate family, you have 3 kids, them too. If they was any older and they was in middle school or high school right now, they will be getting dealt with. Believe me, unless you're going to have them homeschooled and protected. You know what I'm saying? You have your kids out here in a public setting and you say some stuff like that. Oh, they will find you. It's people out there that do research and they will find out a way to let you know they can reach you. They may not reach you initially. They will get to your kids though. And let your kids know, hey, you know what your dad was talking about here? Check this out. But for him to bring in pedophiles, it's just representing stupidity. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, social media platforms, we also have to look at the Constitution. I say people up here talking about Ryan Garcia in a way for their own benefit to pretty much agree and concur with Andrew and what he said. Some don't really care, but they're speaking on it because it is allowing that energy per your topic for people to come check you out. You know what I'm saying? Some people channels are monetized, some aren't. I'm not one person, for those of you that's ignorant in the chat, you know what I'm saying, that said I'm talking about Ryan too. You got to understand, I don't sit up here and plow through my live stream begging and pleading for people to leave a super chat or a cash app. It's absolutely up to them. You can look at majority of my lives. I'm not on that time. I'd rather just speak and hopefully someone understands and respect what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about.
like nobody's gonna change my mind. You're not gonna about to press me to make me think pedophiles are cool, bro. And that's point blank period, bro. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Like I said, I don't care if you're X, Y, and Z in any religion and any, including Christians, bro. If you're a pedophile, you're weird to me. I'm calling everybody out, bro. I'm sorry, bro. That's weird, bro. That's weird.
It's just the fact that Ryan's mentioning this is weird. It's just stupid. You know what I'm saying? It's it's weird that you even talking about it. You know what I'm saying? It's the fact that you even talking about it.
Weird. You're never gonna change my mind. That's weird, bro. And Sneako's the one that got me pissed off because he's the one that came at Christianity. Saying that nobody defends Christians. We disrespect them and nothing happens. The Holy Spirit is woody woo. Bro, that's not cool, bro. Like, you gotta be accountable for every action of yours. I know Muslims that would never disrespect Christianity like that ever. Bro, I know, like, that's just not right, bro. So he made me hit the switch. Like, I was mad.
So somebody made him hit the switch. That means you're weak. You're a weak individual. You know what I'm saying? You feeble in every facet of the word. You're a feeble-minded individual. That just goes to show you, Ryan, you're proving that just because you can be in boxing as long as you have and make all the money and have all these freaking followers, they too don't understand that you're not a leader. They're just following you because they find you interesting. You know, you say you're a famous athlete. And in some people's eyes, you're right. But with that celebrity type persona that you love, you know, you wanted to embrace, you should have someone that you just take a little bit of that money and pay for a therapist if you know you have underlying issues going on. Pay for a therapist. Just get your mind right. Go and be able to sit down and speak to a therapist, man. Or, you know, where are the mentors? People always want to bring up mentors. Where are the mentors and all that? I mean, get somebody that you respect that can keep you honest, keep you in place, keep your nose clean. Someone that you respect enough to listen. And when you think you're about to do something stupid, you can contact them and say, I just wanted to call and talk to you for a minute because I had a lot on my mind, you know. My heart was heavy. I was just, kind of cloudy right now. You know what I'm saying? I was in a funk. I just want to call you up and kind of run some things by you, just talk about it just a little bit, vent, where are those people at? Because you're proving that you can have all the money in the world. And those people who are around you who are enjoying that affluency, the fruits of your labor and living that affluent lifestyle, they're no way, shape, and form of helping you, Ryan.
I was mad at Sneako and I felt bad for saying my stupid shit, but bro, what is this problem, bro? I've always been nice, bro. I was just in Dubai and I was telling everybody, inshallah, I was friends with all my Muslim people. Dude, it was sick, dude. I was at a fucking soccer game and Muslim kids were coming up to me, pulling on my shirt, and I didn't care, bro. Nothing but love, bro. But like, why does everybody get to talk shit about me? Like, why do I?
Here we go. Why do everybody have to talk shit about Ryan? He's the victim. Why do you have to talk about him? Ryan's trying to say he's everything that you're mad at right now. He can be a Muslim, he can be black, he can be white, he can be everything. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to say he is somewhat like a modern day effigy. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna worship him. He should be idolized. Real talk. This man is trying to put himself like he's a part of idolatry. Like when you speak of gods, when you speak of the deity of it all, Ryan feel that his face should be right there when you looking up. You're looking up with your eyes closed and you're trying to just relax and meditate. Ryan is trying to say that his face should be the one. He's trying to say, no, what about me? All the power and fame that I have. I'm so famous. Do y'all care about me? Me? How can you bring you up? When you started off, just like Andrew said, I meant don't disrespect. You meant absolute disrespect. What the heck are you talking about? He's talking about him now, y'all. He's the victim. Man, I've been playing videos about Ryan for the longest time. I'm the one that started calling him Ryan Lion Garcia. I did. I called him that.
Why do I gotta take everything? Tim Bradley fucking called me a fucking zoo animal live on ESPN, one of the biggest networks in the world. Bro, he called me a fucking zoo animal, bro. That's not cool. Like, where's my fucking justice, bro? Where's him? Why is he not getting canceled?
So for Ryan's actions and how he went about it, he's now feeling some type of way. Now I have to attribute this to partially, he might be coming down, from that high he is. I don't know, but now he's going through an emotional withdrawal. He's trying to draw people in. He's attempted to draw people in and bring in a black man. Oh, let's bring in the token black man that's also a celebrity that everybody know. You know what I'm saying? Who's used to controversy. Timothy Bradley. Let me bring in a black man named Timothy Bradley because he said I was a zoo animal. What zoo animal? That's all you gotta look. That's all you have to pick out. What zoo animal, pretty boy? What zoo animal are you? A panda bear? What zoo animal? Because if somebody would, zoo animals tend to don't. I mean, why are you not acting like you don't watch YouTube? It's individuals on here, Ryan, that speaks of zoo animals all the time. They love talking about monkeys. They love trying to speak the monkey dialect. They're infatuated with referring to their own people as monkeys there, Ryan. So when you say Timothy Bradley, what zoo animal did he call you? You have to be more specific for us to say it was disrespectful. Because it's been people that say, oh, you're acting like a wild, freaking uncaged animal. You're out here acting like you don't have no home training. That was common knowledge growing. I mean, that was a common term growing up there, Ryan. What are you crying about? A zoo animal. What zoo animal? Did he call you a pig? Did he call you Porky? What did he call you that'll make you say, oh, my feelings are hurt? What zoo animal? Did he call you a giraffe? Oh, that's weird. I don't have a long night. That's weird. What did he call you that make you say, oh my God, I'm feeling so bad about what Timothy Bradley said?
Bro, that's not cool. You can't just call people zoo animals, bro. Live on ESPN in front of the world, bro. That's not cool. Why does nobody care about my heart, bro? Like, why don't y'all care about what the fuck people say to me, bro? Call me a beaner and this, that, woody woo. I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm cool as fuck with all my homies, bro. All my black homies, all my Muslim people, everybody, bro. Jewish, fuck everybody, bro. I'm cool with everybody, but like, you're not about to be racist, bro. That's not cool, bro.
You're not about to be racist. And look, once again, like I said earlier, when you do mathematics, you can add, subtract, your own freaking guesses on this game. You know what I'm saying? When you went to college, you can use your 1.5 to 2 credits that you had to take about psychology and everything else. But obviously, you have to factor in that Ryan may be, de-escalating from that high he is, and he's going through that emotional freaking withdrawal where he's going through some things and he said, oh, I feel so bad right now. Everybody's coming at you, man. I can't imagine what your DMs look like. You're trying to say you're somewhat like a god. You did this to yourself by saying y'all thought I was actually crazy. You brought in all the underworld and the Illuminati and all the stuff that was happening with the kids. You did. When are you going to take full and total responsibility for your actions and shut the fuck up? You're up here trying to get people still to coddle you. You've been told that you was pretty your entire life. People have combed your hair. Girls have looked at you and say, oh man, you're prettier than me. And you say, oh yeah, you used to say, oh, thank you. I didn't know that. Now you probably say, yeah, I know. I'm blessed and highly favored. I'm blessed and highly favored. But you want people to sit up here and feel bad? Did somebody call you what again? A beaner? How long has that term been used in movies and stuff? Nobody never faced any outrage because of that. It's the fact that you disrespected the Muslims and you disrespected the blacks by saying a racial slur. Like you said, you straight up didn't like the Muslims, but yet when it came to using the N word, come on, bro. You said you didn't like them. That's why people are outraged. You said F the inners and you said F the Muslims. Isn't that what you said, Ryan? So, man, shut the hell up talking about all this sensitivity stuff, man. It was your actions, your words, and your lack of people around you educating you. And then you got to blame your parents there, Ryan. You know, I just put it to you, your parents can only do so much before your kid is considered grown. Once your kid is grown, yeah, you can blame the parents as much as you can, but I have to kind of recant what I just said about his parents because at the end of the day, your kid can grow up and they get grown. It's nothing else you can teach them. Real. If they don't want to listen to you, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, people are going to look at your parents because of the magnitude of the action that you put out here to the public that has now since went viral. It not only affects you, Ryan, it affects your family too.
Like, why is it? Tim Bradley can't be racist, but see, I'm not even gonna say the black word anymore. I'm gonna just say Tim Bradley. I'm gonna start naming names, bro, because at the end of the day, bro, everybody's human, bro. I don't see color, bro. So Tim Bradley got to say I was a zoo animal. That's not cool, bro. And I apologize for my words on George Floyd and everybody that was hurt about that. I get it. I understand that. I was just speaking my piece because of what people have told me. They told me he was a crackhead. They showed me proof. They showed me he beat the shit. Oh, he had a pregnant lady at gunpoint, and he didn't like black people. He didn't even have a black girlfriend. The dude he literally didn't stand for black people. I mean, what am I supposed to do, bro? When people are giving me dead ass facts that he was a criminal and he had fentanyl in his system and he was literally drugged out. What am I supposed to do with that? Everybody's judging me, bro. Black people are telling me that, by the way. Black people are telling me, fuck George Floyd. I'm like, what? I didn't know what that meant. I was just like, what do you mean? Like,
Ryan said he didn't know what that meant. He said they're telling him saying F George Floyd. Okay, not everybody know who George Floyd was outside of the incident that happened. And the incident was absolutely at the lowest form of humanity. The lowest form to see that man's look, I'm not gonna lie. It grabbed me. Being a service member, I don't consider George Floyd one of the comrades that I have to go out there and war and save. But if you're talking about if I was within the proximity, it was one of those situations where I felt like I would have to sacrifice myself to stop. To stop with what I seen going on with the law enforcement officer knee on somebody's neck and that man saying he can't breathe. He's slowly freaking his life is being taken from him. You know what I'm saying? I will have to have that understanding that this is one of those moments that not only I feel deep inside, but I was trained for that. You know what I'm saying? That was a horrific way to go out. That doesn't mean every black person felt the same way about George Floyd. There's so many other black people that was wrongfully killed that no one talks about. You have people making a mockery of Emmett Till when they should have been the ones snatched out the house and lynched. Only because of how lightly and how they disregard why that was so effed up back then from the beginning. You know how many black people died from being lied on? When all this social media, when all the judicial system and everything was quite different, when racism was evident, when it was colored only, when we still had to go to a designated, we ain't talking about male, female, we talking about colored. When we can only drink out of certain water fountains. No. Come on, bro. It's plenty of black people who have sacrificed, who have been wrongfully killed, wrongfully freaking convicted of crimes they didn't commit. They wasn't they wasn't in an era where they benefited from technology, benefited from where we at today in the tech world. With all the new technology and everything on how to basically do research and investigation stuff, it's no way they could have benefited, because they was back then when we didn't have that type of technology and information and literature. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have it, but there's a lot of laws that had to be in place for us to start, having much more of a voice and understanding, and being able to be in certain areas where we can stop situations like this. But for Ryan, let's get back. This is not a Black History moment.
Didn't he die by a police officer, like, unjustifiably? Like, nah, bro. Like, he died from an overdose. You know, Candace Owens. Candace Owens did the same thing, bro. Mike Tyson.
So Ryan Garcia saying Candace Owens, another Black woman, she spoke on it. Yes, she did have some opposite views. She wasn't on board, right? The guy was a drug addict, and like I said about Steven Jackson, who was somewhat semi-threatening Ryan Garcia, was that you loved him enough, but not to the point where he called you up and your influence to say, "Hey, man, get off them drugs. Now I'm gonna help you out." And your love, your connection, that synergy. You didn't even have enough to get George Floyd off drugs. But when it comes down to what was said when somebody mentioned how Ryan said he'd dig him up and kill him again, I'm like, that sounds really bad, but listen, you want me to throw away my freedom over that? Is it effed up? Hell yeah, it's effed up. But do you want me to lose my freedom if I seen Ryan Garcia in public and I supposed to go lose my freedom and be another Black man that defended a Black man who was already dead, but just based off the words of Ryan Garcia, I have sacrificed my freedom. I'm done. All because of something that was said from an ignorant, immature individual who a lot of people was given much more notoriety and purpose in life than he actually has. Who's the dummy? If Ryan Garcia is still free out here in life and you are somewhere pending trial because you assaulted him, all because he said he'll dig George Floyd up and kill him again and put him back in there. Yes, it was messed up. Absolutely. 1,000%. It was disrespectful. But isn't that why he's in the situation he's in now, in the predicament he's in? Man, this dude is immature. He ain't nobody. Y'all making him to somebody.
And literally said, "I'm gonna fuck you in the asshole and I'm gonna eat your children." Bro, but he's never canceled. Like, bro, why am I canceled for
You talking about Mike
bro?
Tyson?
Like, damn, I'm sorry. I'm never gonna use that word again. Like, I don't care if I'm from the hood. I don't care if I get the pass, bro. I'm not listening to nobody no more, bro.
Examine those individuals who are absolutely discombobulated when it comes to decision making. When you hear a person that's not Black do something so unique that it garners them attention, like Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia isn't Black. He'll never claim Black. But his actions was against those of color. Do you see how he's bringing into the equation every Black person that have did something in his eyes that was wrong, but not equal to what he said? He's bringing in all these other Black people, Candace Owens, Mike Tyson, Timothy Bradley. He hasn't brought in one white person at all, y'all. That is why this dude is effed up. He has a lot of stuff going on, and he's going to have to get through that. Well, whoever wants to be that dude that's on here that you're going to hear eating, you know what I'm saying? If he's going to be the one that guide him into another brick wall after wall after wall after wall, so be it. Don't change out your helmet. You don't need one. Just take it Take it however you can get it, man. Take the impact however you can get it. Because when somebody do something screwed up that's absolutely racist, but yet they're bringing in black people to justify their actions, and the actions that they're saying is not even considered the same when it comes to what Ryan Garcia did. He's talking about Timothy Bradley called him a zoo animal. Is that considered racist? What a zoo animal is a generalized overlay of his insult to you. Say that's what I see you is. Someone is caged up and you're nothing. Only to when people come in there and see you. You're a zoo animal. You know what I'm saying? You're locked up. You're restricted. You don't have no rights. You move when others make you. You're eat when others feed you. You're nothing. I mean, he was busy trying to make a point, but that don't have anything to do with racism, unless you specifically say what the animal is and why you picked that certain animal comparing it to Ryan Garcia. But you know, Candace Owens, he's talking about Mike Tyson said he was gonna, you know, F somebody in the buttocks. What does that have to do with what Ryan did? You bringing up all these people, Ryan, that are black when you offended the blacks. You are an effed up individual. You go through a situation. You have such an offensive action to the point you're so immature and stupid. You bring in other blacks to justify why you said what you said. So if you was mad at blacks before you was drunk, and they say a drunken man words is a sober man thoughts, that means you had thought this prior to you getting inebriated. You had thought these thoughts. It just got you to a point where you felt good enough, high enough, drunk enough to tell people what was on your mind and tell them the truth.
You guys are weird, bro. I'm never gonna listen to none of y'all no more. You guys don't try to hype me up saying you got the pass, bro. I don't got the pass, bro. Fuck y'all, bro, for telling me I had the pass, bro. I don't have no fucking pass. Obviously looking, bro, and now I'm in trouble. Bro, you guys
For the record, Ryan, I told you not to say it numerous times, but you know what? We've all been fucked up on shit, right? Or whatever.
Yeah.
I know I have, right? Speaking from experience, and said some wild shit that I probably shouldn't have said, right?
Right.
But you know, you got to use better judgment, right? You know, in 2024, that shit you can't say. You're a smart dude, right?
Right.
You know, that's just shit you can't say. We try to tell you no, but you know, obviously, when you're fucked up, I've been fucked up.
See, that's what I'm saying. You have people that's around you, and they're dumb too. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say you got a bunch of people in the room that like Muppets or puppets or whatever. And they get together to tell these stories with the puppets. You might have a doctor in there. You might have a politician. You might have a parent. You know what I'm saying? You might have a famous celebrity. You might have people from across the world from different positions that people look at them in a way and say, hey, you above the average civilian in life, right? So they have these puppets and they go and have these meetings all the time where they practice and practice and practice. But when they put them puppets in the same freaking basket and they start to go out there and have drinks and eat cheese and crackers and filet mignon and all that, them puppets that they put in the basket, they're not talking anymore. They don't have no seniority. Them puppets are just that. They have the same baseless presence. They're not doing anything unless somebody influenced them to do something, unless they're being altered. No puppet is gonna take the lead on anything. And that's what Ryan has. He's a puppet. Everybody in his group's a puppet. No one can be strong enough to jump outside and say no. This guy's gonna say, I told you not to say it, Ryan. And you know, hey, in 2024, you can't say that, Ryan. You know you can't say. How about forget the year? Why is that even on your mind? Why is this even on your mind, dummy? See, that's why, when you get around people and they show you, if they show it to you, y'all, if they show you who they are, they give you the Picasso. Don't ask them to paint another Picasso in a different moment. If when they start to drink and everything and they show you that Picasso and you don't like it and you go out with them again to the point where they start to say, oh, I'm getting to that point. Yeah, give me another one, give me another one. And whatever y'all doing, and they start to paint you another ugly picture, that's your fault. If you consider them to be an artist. They're not an artiste. You know what I'm saying? They're not a painter. They're an idiot. But if you continue to be around them while they're painting you these ugly pictures and you don't stop them and tell them, no, this wrong, you're stupid too.
In here has been fucked up and said some wild shit before.
Right.
So, all we can try to do is get better and, obviously apologize and do whatever you got to do. We don't got the reach that you have on here, right? You out, what,
Yeah, you do. You definitely have the reach he has. You help him, encouraged him to reach another fan base that he didn't know he has. You know what I'm saying? He went in there and disrupted the comfort and peace of the Muslims and blacks. Yeah, you did. You did. You do have to reach. Because if you was a part of that group that was hyping him on, you know what I'm saying, to flip the switch, yeah, you can. You helped him with the reach. And also, that's why you there trying to act like you're going to help him with damage control and encourage him on, man. You look, let him look a couple more days go by. This same person right here is going to be telling Ron, man, F them, man. You didn't do anything wrong. F them. They're nobody. They're not really doing anything for you. You're a millionaire, man. Millionaires, we make mistakes. We make mistakes as millionaires. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about them. You're young. Isn't that what Eden kept saying? You're young. So what? You're young. So what? You make mistakes. So what? You make mistakes.
millions of followers, so.
No, that's why when I look back at it, bro, I shouldn't have hit the switch, bro. I feel bad, bro, because a lot of my black family members, they were literally calling me bro, can't believe you said that. You hurt my heart. And I was like, damn. I was feeling bad. My mom's best friend is black. My mom's
Hey, how many times have you heard that? Now peep this out. How many times his mom's supposed to have cancer? She don't have cancer. She has cancer. Doesn't have. Who knows? But how many times have you heard individuals who cross the line, right? Cross the line with ill intent behind closed doors, man, in private conversation. They have used the N-word. They have said something disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? But yet they have that token black friend. He said his black family. So if Ryan Garcia's best friend is black, has his father been around this black friend that's the best friend of his mother? Do they do the nappy head jokes around? Is Henry around his wife when she's with her token black friend? Does he make the nappy head comments around her black friend? I'm just curious because, they called you up and everything, and I'm pretty sure they heard what Henry said to Bill Haney at the presser. Have they been around when you made the nappy head comments, or that's something that you're given a pass for because we let the token black friend around us and we're millionaires? So it's certain things once you're inside that you're going to have to accept. If you want to be around us, you're going to have to accept that when we drink, we may say some things that offend you. Don't take it personal. Don't take it personal. We just drinking. We say things that's fucked up while we drinking.
It went too far. There's lines that were crossed. Now you don't have to do that anymore.
Is that the most dumbest, ignorant dude that you? Oh my God. He say we know line. Now that dude right there, I guarantee you he's a racist. He said now you don't have to do it no more. Now you know. He's treating this dude is such an enabler beyond belief. This dude has the ultimate enabler package. This dude is mass producing the ultimate enabler package when it comes to stupidity and ignorance. He say, now you know you don't have to do it no more. Imagine him being a parent. Imagine his kids saying racist things and he's going to the school and say, oh, I tell him to stop it. I can't force him not to do it. I can't force him and her to not to do it. Now they know I told them to stop it. You tell them anything? No, I'll just tell them to stop it. I'm not going to beat them up about it, okay? They're young. They're young. What do you expect them to do? They're young. Now you know. He said, now you know. This dude is so freaking nonchalant and carefree about the severity of racism, bro.
People that care. Nobody's perfect. The real people are still going to be here. Nobody's going to throw you in the trash. And I'm still going to help. But hey, you don't got to do that anymore. Now you know what that feels like. It's going to be a road to redemption. Getting clean will help. I'll help any way I can. And that's it. You know, back to you. But unless you fire me, I got the band going. I got the band. And it's still the greatest show on earth. None of us would have written it this way. But here we are. So let's go. And we're here for you. And anybody that wants to throw hate, they can bring it to me and the loyal people or whatever. But hey, what the best for everybody. Back to you.
Yeah, like I said, I just want to be a positive influence now. Like I said, I'm headed to rehab, and I'm gonna make a real change in my heart. And like I said, all I can do is be better. I acknowledge that I definitely shouldn't have said those stupid shit. I was so fucked up that day, and I was thinking it. Bro, I was like, it felt like I swear, bro. I know this is gonna be funny, but a Call of Duty group chat. Bro, even your homies that are black, we hop in the group chat. Bro, everybody knows in the group chat we say stupid shit. Like, bro, I just like I wish y'all knew like in the group chat, bro. People say some violating shit, like, bro, like crazy stuff, and it's not funny. And I have a bigger responsibility now.
No, no. Let's see how the laughing and giggling and talking about y'all saying some violent, just saying stuff in the chat. Let's see if those same people can be a part of the movement that gets you through this storm. Let's see if they're gonna be able to basically be your guide. You know what I'm saying? Help you pilot your way through this turbulent weather you're about to experience. And um, I know I do hear some people saying it's just him. It's a setup just for attention. Just this, he's doing this because of what he said before, and they forced him to embarrass himself and take a hit, and then it's gonna go away. I even told you this is not going to be talked about by the end of the year because topics like this and situations like this come and go. I mean, he's not. Look, if people are still talking about this at the end of the year, you have really shown Ron Garcia he is an important. He is in life to people. Seriously, you've proven that to him. You've stamped it. This will be something that he brags about once he's not online, of how many people are talking about him all over. The impression that he has on people. He probably tell people in an arrogant type of way, now they know who I am, and they'll never forget it.
Again,
Facts.
I was majorly immature at that moment. And I understand I got my kids that look up to me, and I got a lot of little black kids looking up to me, Mexican kids looking up to me, and Muslim little kids, like everybody's looking up to me. So I just want to say sorry. And if like I said, if I hurt your heart, all I could do is say sorry, bro. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Like, actions speak louder than words. So all I'm gonna do is show you that I'm gonna be better. I'm not gonna say no more stupid shit.
Facts.
Yeah, yeah. And even when people say stupid shit to me, like I said, I'm just gonna turn the other cheek at this point. But again, it's still
Facts.
It's still fuck pedophiles. I don't give a fuck, and that's it. So that's it. That's all I'm gonna stand for. So if you ever hear me talk shit again, it's gonna be against pedophiles. That's it. Other than that, hey, I'm gonna be just shut the fuck up and be a better, better example of what it is to be, an athlete and somebody that wants to push all the communities forward, bro. I just want everybody to be happy, bro. I've seen the worst in everything, and it don't really matter. Like I said, I gotta start naming people their names, bro. It ain't about if you're Mexican, black, white, brown, anything. It's just like I'm gonna name it by name. Like, yo, you're my friend Lawrence. You're not black. You're Lawrence. Oh, and if he wants to say, "Oh, I'm black,"
Is it any help for this dude? Now we misidentifying, people. We're basically doing away with the natural part of, getting to know somebody. I mean, you're basically showing all the signs that you do have racist issues going on with you, brother. Because now you want to act like you want to show the people that it's quite difficult for you to look at a black man and say, "Hey, you're just Lawrence." I don't want to say you're Black Lawrence because it does something to me. It makes me flip the switch. I mean, you got some issues going on. I don't know what you're on. Seriously, I don't know any type of chemicals. I don't know, man. It's very, very hard to prognose somebody on any of this based off, the way they're acting, their behavior. It can be a cocktail of things. But this dude is saying it's going to be difficult for me and my friend Lawrence, because I'm not going to say, hey, that's my homie, he's black and all that. I'm just going to identify him as Lawrence. Man, you sound like an idiot, man. Straight up. You got that other idiot over there talking about facts. Now so what?
you're black. See, I just want everybody to be happy, bro. I don't want everybody to be like, upset. And again, like I said, I feel really bad, and I hope you guys understand my heart. Um, hey, I'm expelled from boxing as I should be, for my comments. And hey, I don't get a box again, and I lost a lot of sponsorships. Like I trust me, what I said is not going, it's not going good for me, but I deserve it, and I'm not trying to act like I don't deserve it.
Mr. Garcia, you're the bad guy for all time, forever on the internet. But everybody loves the road to redemption. So we'll see. It ain't gonna be easy.
You just think to yourself. Just think about this, yo. I know it's Friday. Some of you just sitting back having a drink or two, might be smoking. But understand, there's people out here that's in a position such as Ryan that has a nutcase, a walnut case like this dude that he deals with on a regular basis. And you say to yourself, I get it. I understand why you're so fucked up. I get it. This dude is an idiot. You say you're a famous athlete, but yet you have someone that's unfamous. You know what I'm saying? Unliked. That's saying some dumb stuff. And you always have him as your co-host. But you don't see the problem with that. I don't know if he's a family member, just a friend. He said, if you don't fire me. Obviously, this dude is not good for friendship or business. The things he say don't make any sense to a 25-year-old with 3 kids. This is the type of guy you get locked up and he say, well, I told him over and over again. I told him. He wouldn't listen to me. On the bigger and better things. I'm out. Back to you.
But your friends will be here for you. All right, back to you. That's all I wanted to say.
Thank you. Yeah, guys, like I said, I had it after, man, I was so hurt. I was so mad at myself. I literally went to go train at 12, 1 o'clock at night, and just so, I was very mad at myself. I couldn't believe it. I didn't even realize I said all that shit, to be honest. I'm being real with you.
Here we go. He's being real with us, y'all. He's being real. He's all over the place, right? First, he takes accountability partially. Then he said, I don't remember saying all that. I'm going to be real with y'all. That's what he said. He said he would be real with you. The whole time he hasn't been being real with us, y'all. But he's gonna be real with you only when he separates himself from taking full culpability of his actions. I'll be real with you, man. I don't remember none of that shit. Man, I was so effed up, man. I don't remember none of that.
Like, I literally looked back and I was like, damn, that's fucked up. Like, why would I say that, bro? I was like, damn, I really said that? That's fucking nuts. Like, I really hit the switch. Like, really got so mad, bro. Because I've been, like I said, I've been taking advantage a lot of my life. And I think I just let my emotions get the best of me for sure. And it wasn't towards anybody. You know what it was? It was towards the people that hurt me. It wasn't towards any individuals. It wasn't towards anybody in particular, you know? Um, I
I love to hear that. Like it wasn't toward. It was only toward those who hurt me. It wasn't toward any particular individual. But yet you molded an entire, like you grouped everyone that you can group together to project that hatred on. You know what I'm saying? You pretty much sprayed the whole place. You made sure it was saturated in your hate and the message that you was out here sending. You make sure that was it. That the effect will be profound enough for people to do what they're doing now and speaking on it. You meant what you did, bro. You meant what you did. It was just for the people that caused you pain, and everybody else that looks like them. They have to experience the level of pain that you felt. Even though we don't know why you felt the pain. We don't know why Ryan felt the pain he did. But listening to him, this seems like he is an entitled individual. He said he was 25, 100, man. He got a lot going on. He's getting a divorce. Hey, man, it seemed like you got regular problems to me. You're not the first person to get a divorce.
on a lot of every race. I've been on a lot of races, you know? Shit. Become a professional fighter when he was going through a hard time. I took him in and
Kudos to Lawrence.
he was black. I mean, and then I took in my Muslim.
Oh, kudos to Lawrence, the token black friend that he helped out and become a professional boxer because he didn't have nothing, y'all. When I say Lawrence didn't have a thing, salute to his humanitarian effort. Ryan Garcia, he wants to be applauded in his time of controversy, y'all. The testament of a man is not what he does in comfort and convenience, but what he does during challenge and controversy. Shout out to Ryan for helping one black guy, Lawrence of all people. Shout out to him. Wow, he has did something so special. All the love, man. When I think of him helping out one of my brothers, oh my God, that is such love. It warms me up inside, man. Knowing that Ryan, outside of what he did, he helped a token black man become a professional fighter. And he just said he had a Muslim friend. So it's 1-1. You know, it's a +1 as they call it. I love Ryan's +1s. For real. Cause that +1s, we don't know who they are, but they basically encompasses everyone, the Muslims and the blacks.
Friends and Mexican friends, black friends, white friends, every type of friend, bro. I don't really care. I just see the heart of people and I'm like, man, they need love or they need some, you know, they'll pick her upper. You know, everybody needs that sometimes. And again, man, I really feel bad. I really do, genuinely. And like I said, going to rehab, getting therapy, just trying to like work through my own traumas, and then I'm gonna come back better for sure.
Nobody can argue with that. Anybody got a problem with anything he just said? That's on you. Sorry, nobody's perfect. It's tough. It's tough.
Yeah, and then like you gotta add on top of everything. Like again, no excuses because I don't think I know what's gonna happen. They're gonna try to think I'm making excuses. I'm not. I'm literally taking acknowledgement for what I did. A lot of things are happening in my life, man. I feel falsely accused of doing steroids. They banned me from a sport that I love so much. like I said, going through divorce. It's not fun to go through that. Just trying to just like there's a lot. My mom has cancer. Matrix is always attacking me. Um, and just my own mental struggles in itself. So it's not really fun for me. There's actually a lot more things that have happened to me that I'm not gonna really get into. But this shit is just not fun, bro. Life is not fun. Like right now, it's fun, but it's not because it's like I may be looking, oh, he's having a great time, woody woo, and things are going great, but they're really not, bro. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like, shit's just not fun, bro. Like, life is just not fun right now. Like, if you seen the shit I had to see and then just like act like everything's all right, and then people.
I'm not gonna get into that. You know what I'm saying? Because that has nothing to do with your actions, the people that you're not gonna put it, and you're not gonna blame it on the blacks and the Muslims based off what you seen and why you acting the way you acting. You're not gonna use us as a kickstand. You're not gonna do it, man. You're not gonna use us as an amendment. Let's put that amendment in there though. The reason why I said what I said because I went through this, and it has nothing to do with black or Muslims though. But it's just me. It was done to me. Me. I'm feeling some type of way. You know what I'm saying? And you say no more Dubai for him. I would advise Ron to never visit the Middle East again. No, I would advise him to do it so he can see what it's like to see the impact. You know what I'm saying, of the Muslim faith. Like Muslims are so deeply rooted. It's unfreaking believable. Go ahead and catch a flight over there. Go ahead. Back to you. That dude is an idiot. Taking the blame ain't gonna make you feel any different, y'all. Still gonna be crying and saying he took Pez on purpose to beat Devin. That's what it's all about. That's why they're really, I just refuse to bring him into the situation because he really had nothing to do with this. Seriously. I'm not going to make it about him because he had nothing to do with this. But Ryan had everything to do with what he said. Haney wasn't in the room, so it's disrespectful to even bring him into the equation, and it's negative. Yes, people going to be, acting the way they acting. They're going to be saying what they say. But this is all out, full blown, full throttle Ryan Garcia's actions, and he did it. I do agree with you on that. It's not BS. He took his and how he's being. It's 3 lives about Ryan right now, but nobody's going to do nothing about it. Let's be honest. WC only did that because they don't want to get boycotted by all black fighters. They would go bankrupt. Yeah, they better have took some type of action. When have you seen this action happen? Is this strictly for American? Because, it's been people that, in my opinion, did worse stuff than what Ryan did. But I guess when Ryan's talking about the Muslims, and Muslims does, they play a significant role in a lot of areas, especially with their faith, their Islamic faith. I mean, they play a huge role, man. But I don't know, man. He's gonna have to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? His promotion deal with it. Mauricio did what he did. Just another way was telling that racing should fight for their belt anymore, but the same people saying he's okay now. Yeah. Hey, man, what? You ain't never lied, bro. Oh man, you ain't never lied on that. You know what I'm saying? You have never lied on what you just said. They absolutely. But like I said before, I'm not trying to turn this into a freaking a collage of areas that just web themselves together, man. And the core of the web is based off what Ryan did. Yeah, I can say how some of these people are acting based off what Bud Gonna Stop Canal. Yeah, he absolutely right on that. But if I weave that web, it's too much. It would go on forever and ever to basically take it off the core problem of this situation, which is Ryan Garcia. Yes, certain people I do believe out there faking it. You know what I'm saying? They just acting like they supporting Devin because of what happened with this, that, and the other. With what Ryan said, absolutely, they was the same one saying, "Oh man, that's racist, racist. Don't do this and don't do that." You know what I'm saying? Yeah, absolutely. But that man did something and said something that he has to get through, and that idiot that's with him as a co-host, man, if that's the person that you want, providing you with that advice, I'm talking about that pristine advice. Oh, when you take that breath in, you get that you just say, man, that's some clean air. This dude that's his is next to him giving him that pristine advice, boy. If you got friends like him, who need enemies? This dude will allow you to meet every enemy that you ever dreamed about the way he is. He probably encourages Ryan behind the scenes like you wouldn't believe. Hey, Ryan, I know and what you said out there, but you're young. You're 25. You didn't mean it. Back to you. Back to you. Hey, it's okay. Now you know you can't do it. Don't really sulk about it. Just do better. Back to you. If anybody has any hate projected to me, I'll take the blunt force of it. Back to you. Why would you take the blunt force of the hate for Ryan Garcia when you're not in Ryan Garcia's position? No one knows you, nor do they care to know you. You're trying to make yourself a higher authority than you actually are in life. That's why you keep on talking when you should just be paying all that attention to getting your boy in rehab, making sure he's able to recover and rebound off this. You're not doing anything except getting on these spaces and talking. Back to you. Oh, now you know you can't do that. Hey, no one's perfect. Okay? We all make mistakes. Back to you. You sound ignorant as hell, bro. Back to you. Now you know in 2024, that particular word you can't use. Back to you. No, stupid. That word, being used by people of different races, that's been going on for decades, and you're up here talking about, oh, now you know. You're young. No one's perfect. You make mistakes. Back to you. This dude is absolutely incredible. You know what I'm saying? But one thing he did, he said he apologized, y'all. I'm not gonna sit up here and say, okay, well, I want you all to give him slack. No, this dude has a storm to go through, and you got to police yourself. Ryan Garcia has to police himself and stop making excuses after excuse after excuse. You know what I'm saying? You have to stop making excuses, brother. You did this. It's your fault. You are up here making excuses. 1 minute it seems like you get it, and then you just totally throw it out the window, and you jump out at two. You throw it, you crack the window open, you have shard glass in there, and then you go jumping out there too. Forget it, my life is back. Got glass stuck all in you and everything. I just wasn't feeling well. I'm going through a divorce. I got Eden over here telling me, hey man, nobody's perfect. What you did wasn't that bad. Back to you. You have the wrong young man right now. You're not a kid. You're an immature young man. You're 25 years old. You are an adult. You have kids. And you this with your kids? You know what I'm saying? Pissing all these people off, and they're gonna say, well, he seems not to care about his loved ones, so we're not gonna care either. We're not gonna care either. Seriously. They're not gonna care. You don't care about your loved ones. Somebody's gonna make an example out of you. Someone's gonna make an example out of you. Whether upon your ring return, they're not gonna forget this anytime soon. You're gonna have another fight come up, and they're gonna put a special referee in there and make sure you get that love. So you better be in there practicing hard so it won't go to the scorecards. For real, you better go in there and make sure you train your ass off so this won't go to the scorecards, because I think they're gonna absolutely rob you or make an example out of you one time or another. Real talk. But shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game, man. Salute to y'all. Continue to support the channel, man. I appreciate y'all. One love to everyone. I'm out. Peace.